So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Kylie Jenner Cosmic Intense that just dropped officially January 25th. I'm going to be going over the notes and kind of in depth giving you my review on this perfume. Also, we're going to be comparing it to the original as well as Cosmic 2.0, which I don't have here right now, but I have owned it and I have reviewed that too. And I'm going to let you know if they're similar, if this is different, and all that good stuff, and if I like it. Starting with packaging and bottle itself, I actually really love this all red bottle. I feel like it looks really interesting. Same bottle, just obviously all red. This is now the third perfume in the Cosmic line. Notes wise, it actually doesn't differ that much from the original. If we look at the notes side by side, I'm gonna pop up Cosmic OG notes right over here and then Cosmic Intense right over here. As you can see, they've kind of just tweaked a couple notes, but for the most part, they're kind of the same. Top notes for both of them, the same. No difference there, which is kind of strange to me because these two actually smell completely different, even in the opening. So I'm not sure how it has the same top notes. They have swapped the red peony that is in the original for a benzoin note, and then in the base they have removed the cedar note that was in the original. In here you only get the musk and the vanilla. So pretty much the only difference is they took out the peony for a benzoin note and then removed the cedar note in the base, and that's it on differences in notes. But I'm actually really happy to say that this is completely different. I always like when flankers maybe have a tad bit of the original in them but are kind of a new fragrance, because it's just such a waste to just get a flanker that is exactly the same as the original. Obviously the point of a flanker is to have those original qualities but with a twist, and this is a little bit more than a twist in my opinion. This is a completely different fragrance, even to the 2.0. Now for me, the 2.0 was pretty similar to the original. I found the 2.0 was maybe like 85 to 90% the same as the original. So for me, I didn't really find much value in it. Strangely enough though, in comparison notes wise, the 2.0 with the original, they're pretty different notes. Like we have lavender, which tends to be a very specific note and you can really smell. I personally didn't really smell it in it. It's a completely different opening with pear and pink pepper, vanilla orchid and lavender, and then even the base is completely different. Like the notes are completely different, and yet that smelled more similar to the original to me than this one does, and this has almost the same notes. So kind of strange there. With Cosmic Intense, on first spray, it slightly opens up like Cosmic, just a little tiny bit, but almost immediately, like 5 seconds into spraying this out, it's super warm, a lot of depth in it. This perfume reminds me of another perfume, and that is Hypnotic Poison from Dior. It has that same almost amaretto depth, not quite as thick as Hypnotic Poison, which can tend to be a little nauseating on the sweetness and just thickness. Like it's just a really dense scent. This one is definitely, I would say, like a hybrid of OG Cosmic and Hypnotic Poison, where it has those deep notes and that amaretto, almost borderline gourmand scent, just like a really rounded out warm vanilla, but it still has little hints and little touches of the freshness that you get in the OG Cosmic. So essentially this is just an enhanced, more vanilla-fied version of the original. Completely different scents though, so you're not wasting your money by getting the exact same scent if you get the Intense version. Personally, every time I see Intense in a perfume, I would hope that it would be Intense. But I kind of feel like strength, projection, and even longevity for both of these is the same. I don't find that this is intense in that way. I feel like maybe the scent itself is intensified, as in it's just a more powerful, more vanilla note. So when you spray it out, it kind of hits you differently, but not intensified in a sense of just way stronger, because I don't find that this is stronger personally. It's kind of the same strength wise. It still has a little bit of that musky element from the original, but there's so much more of a vanilla element to this that the OG didn't have. With this scent, it's like fresh, floral, sweet, really feminine, whereas this one is giving that sexiness. Obviously, it's in an all red packaging and it's really giving that, not in strength, but just in scent. I don't think that it's anything crazy or anything to write home about. I don't think it's oh my god, the best fragrance I've ever smelled in my life. It is a little redundant to me. Like, it smells like other fragrances, and at this point I love vanilla. I love my vanilla, obviously, but I have so many vanillas and there's only so much you can do of vanilla. So I feel like this is a type of vanilla that we've smelled before. It's not necessarily an original scent. If you don't have a lot of vanillas in your collection, you're trying to build it, then I feel like this is a good addition. I think it smells great. It smells really freaking good. It's just coming from somebody that has smelled a lot of this type of scent, it's not standing out to me necessarily. So that's the only kind of downside of this scent. It has a little slight cosmetic makeup-y powderiness to it, which reminds me a lot of Hypnotic Poison, which also has that powdery element. Again, not to the extent of Hypnotic Poison, but just like a way softer version of it. All in all, if you like vanilla's more rounded out scents and you liked the original, I think this would be a nice addition. It's nothing crazy, so keep that in mind. It's nothing that you've never smelled before, but is it a really pleasant scent? Yes. In the realm of celebrity fragrances, I actually really like this one because they tend to just not be the greatest, but I've really liked Kylie Jenner perfumes. And again, as I've said in previous videos talking about Kardashians, because I know I talked about the Khloe Kardashian perfume, and every time you talk about certain celebrities on here, people are like, oh, I wouldn't want to get that perfume. I'm just strictly talking perfume in this video, so don't be like, oh, it's Kylie Jenner, so it's gonna be bad, or like any bias you have towards them. I buy perfume because I like perfume, and that's that. That's my full review on it. Just a completely different vibe than the original. Personally, I still prefer the original. I think this is such an incredible scent. When this came out, this stood out to me. Even to this day, I don't think there's many fragrances quite like this. A lot of people found this really generic and boring. Is it the most unique scent in the world? No, but I also don't have any fragrances that smell quite like this. I feel like this is so well done. It stays on forever. It smells so feminine and pretty and flirty, and it has kind of all the elements you want in a fragrance, from like a little fruity to a little sweet, a little musky, fresh, everything all in one, so you kind of get the whole ordeal. Whereas in here, you kind of are just getting a sweet, powdery vanilla scent, and that's really been done. So that's the only kind of downside to the intense version. But that is my review. I still prefer the original. Let me know if you smelled both of these in the comments. I really wanted to get this out as soon as possible because it's a new fragrance right now, so I know people are kind of talking about this. If you smelled this, let me know your opinions on it. Let me know in comparison to the original and the 2.0, which one is your favorite. For me, still the OG. If you like a creamy, powdery, vanilla, rounded out, deep kind of scent, and you would like maybe a hybrid of a scent like Hypnotic Poison and Cosmic, this is pretty much that to a T. If you're into all of that, then go for it. If not, I would say stick with OG Cosmic. With OG Cosmic, you get a lot more, I feel, in the fragrance, because it's just a really well-rounded scent that just gives you a little bit of everything. So those are all my thoughts on this. Let me know yours in the comments. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.